to the Injaz podcast. My name is Ahmed.
I'm Hassan.
We're among greatness today. Sudanese excellent, Canadian excellence, Mouraine. Round of applause for Mouraine.
Thank you for gracing us, man. All the way from Edmonton. I didn't know they let people out of Edmonton, so guys, I don't know how you hooked that up. Like, alhamdulillah, welcome to civilization.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Toronto's happy to have you.
That's great. No, I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. We figured, we're gonna kind of jump into some of the questions here a little bit. Sudanese people, they love their shaman, they love their things. People love to talk. So I was always wondering, has there ever been a rumor out there that you're just like, nah, that's crazy? So like, this is a chance for you to debunk it. Like, what's the wildest rumor you ever kind of heard about yourself in the streets?
Rumor, myth, lie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's lying out here on your name?
Exactly. Set the record straight, right?
Set the record straight.
Set the record straight. A lot of people think I'm from Toronto, and every time I go anywhere, they're like, "Oh, Canada, the six. What Toronto?" I'm not from Toronto, guys. I'm from Edmonton. It's a whole different other place. So.
But we are filming in Toronto.
But we are filming in Toronto. See, have I ever been? Have you ever been to the space before? You ever seen me here?
Yeah, I thought you were gay. I honestly, I wasn't expecting you to take it there because I would have thought if people thought you were from Toronto, I thought you would just claim that. So the fact that the first thing you do when you get on our podcast is like not claim us is a little crazy. But it's okay.
I love Toronto. I have some people in Toronto, but I don't. I also everything has its ups and downs. That's all I gotta say.
What's the most Sudanese thing you've done in Canada?
Oh, so many. First thing, have you ever walked up to the Canadian and the way you know how a Sudanese when shake hands, you always hit the shoulder?
Yeah.
How you do that so many times. It's crazy.
I always hit the shoulder and then I
hit him with the handshake.
Just
kind of looking at it.
No, I'm notorious for that. My friends now do it too. Like I'm like the whitest of friends. They'll still now when I forget to handshake after that, it doesn't matter.
That and always saying like Alhamdulillah when someone asks me how you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm good, Alhamdulillah. And then
my leg is broken, but Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. And like, why is this guy saying it's shouting gibberish at me?
So we want the people want to know who is Mouraine, right? We want to kind of hear about your story, about a little bit about your upbringing.
Okay.
We want to bring you to have you inspire the youth here today, inspire the listeners as well. So the first question I have for you in that regard is where does the name Mouraine come from?
A lot of times, people think like Mouraine is after like Mouraine Lake in Banff. You guys ever heard of Mouraine Lake? You see people like ice skating in those lakes.
It's like
glacier. It's too hard for you guys. People from Toronto don't even care about anything outside of Hamilton. You guys don't even care about it anymore. It's crazy. But it's actually one of like my names. Like how like a Sudanese or like. People from in the East, you just gotta follow your father's names and so on and so forth. So it's actually Mouraine.
Mouraine, okay.
Yeah. So it's actually I'm not gonna say my full name on here, but it's one of my last names, I guess technically. So it's Mouraine Mouraine.
And you were born in Sudan, right?
I was born in Sudan.
Were you born in like that neighborhood, the area that you're speaking of, or were you born like in Derma, Khartoum?
Oh, Mouraine is not an area.
It's a name.
It's just the name.
But like I meant like.
Oh, like okay, go ahead.
Yeah, like where your family's from.
No. I was born in Durman. My family's from Badawi, so I didn't get there. It's been nice to be yeah.
I have a question about that later, but we'll leave that for now.
Okay.
Right. So actually, let's talk about it now.
I have something to say.
Let's talk about this now.
Yeah.
In one of your songs, I believe it was. Let me check my notes here.
Ooh, gotta hit the notes.
No. It wasn't Kandaka.
Okay.
I lost it.
You thought this was just gonna be some random one?
That's what I thought.
We were talking about. I'm taking her to the pyramids in Giza, or something like that.
Oh, you ever been to? Yeah.
Why not the pyramids in Mouraine?
Ooh.
Gift.
It's a valid question, right?
Why would you cross the border and pay that landing arrival tax?
Sah,
you're from Mouraine. Like it's right there. You could say you and me.
That's true.
Yes,
but I used to live in Egypt back in the day, so that's why. Yeah. And it rhymed. It just flew more naturally. And I've mentioned Mouraine before in Kandaka. I'm like, I'm fly, so I've done it. I've done both. We can go to any pyramid.
I don't know why that was so funny. It's like whatever pyramid you want.
Yeah, we can go wherever.
I respect. Here at Injaz,
go see the Mayans if you want to.
No, but here at Injaz, we believe in community accountability, so we just have to hold our brother and keep you in. I got you.
Do you remember your first years when you moved to Canada?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I moved when I was like 11, 12, around that time.
From
so-
Egypt, right?
From Egypt.
Okay.
From Egypt. So I kind of do. First day of school, that was, interesting because everything was gibberish. I didn't know how to speak English, obviously, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
everything was gibberish. I think the first week I'm just like, and I'm just hearing things. Yeah.
Not understanding what's going on.
Yeah, food. I remember like the first time I'm trying like school food or even like food at home or whatever. Like it was just different. The taste wasn't. You know what I mean?
It's not halal.
It just didn't. Yeah, I'm like, yo, there's haja off here. You know what I mean? I'm like khinziring right now.
They're trying that too.
Yeah.
Only pepperoni.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you're Muslim, huh?
Muslim.
Yeah, your mom.
Try this pepperoni.
What was kind of the moment for you when you realized, like, yo, I'm not a Sabdo anymore, like, or I'm not a Kunjaman anymore. You know? So, what was kind of that big moment for you where you're just like, this is wild?
I think when I first landed, I think from the ride from Edmonton International Airport
Yeah.
to going into the city, I think it hits you because you're like looking outside. You're like, wait, this is because the journey was nice, but you get there and you're like, oh wait, this is home now. And you're like, okay, you're now excited about this new journey and this new. Yeah. So I think it was like the first day landing out here. That's when I was like, okay, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
We're not in Abdurrahman no more.
Not a American
Yeah,
anymore.
we're not. Yeah, basically, yeah.
Talk a little bit more about you as like a Sudanese growing up in Edmonton. If I'm not mistaken, that's kind of around the time where there was an influx of Sudanese like heading into that city. If I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I think like in Edmonton there was like a small community of Sudanese back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some that were obviously there from like the 90s, but it was still small enough where there wasn't a community. It wasn't like a Jadia or any of that. And I think my generation as kids, like that's when like a community was formed and we started coming together. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it would have been like what Toronto was in the 90s. We're like, I think 10 years back, probably, yeah. But it was the oil boom. I seen it grow
Because I was
so much. I seen it grow so much. Right now, there's Sudanese in Edmonton, or like they come and they claim Edmonton, and I'm like, yo, I've never.
Because I was gonna say
I didn't see you in the sandbox.
I would.
I don't remember. Yo,
I don't remember.
What hood you got?
I woke me up. Who's your father?
Yo, Nasmino?
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're the OG.
Because it was like that.
Yeah.
It was like that back
Yeah.
in the day. It's like you didn't even need to know. You knew. Yeah.
Because I would say like even like obviously like as a Sudanese person you're African and you're black, right?
So,
And I'm assuming that back in the day in Edmonton it probably wasn't as like racially diverse as it is now.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. It wasn't. There was still like even I think with even Africans, even actually there's always been a lot of Arabs out there, but like even just the African communities, East African communities, everybody kind of knew of each other. It was big enough, but people kind of still knew each other. You shop at the same 2, 3, 4 grocery stores, like East African stores. Yeah, but now it's gotten to the point that they're kids as kids, and mashallah, and everybody came over, and it's too expensive out here, and we put out billboards calling everybody over. So now, yeah. Did you know outside of Toronto, I think in the West, Edmonton has probably the most diverse. It's probably the most diverse city. Did you know that?
You hear this
In
propaganda?
Canada?
It's not propaganda. No, in Western Canada.
More than Vancouver.
Yeah, and so Western Canada, Edmonton is probably like the hub for immigrants for all of that. Like,
Edmonton, not
yeah,
Calgary.
yeah. Edmonton would be the Toronto. If you're talking culture,
Yeah.
Edmonton would be the Toronto out west.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we're gonna have to do some research on that one.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these are facts.
I'll take your word for it.
Listen, Mouraine stats.
You really rep Edmonton, man.
Yeah.
You really.
Home. It's home.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't come with like an Edmonton is home t-shirt.
Oilers.
Oh, the Oilers.
Yo, all these years are fire.
Listen,
You're
when black people rep the Oilers, when like black people are repping hockey, that's when I know like you're like deep.
You're
into
deep,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, because I see a lot of black people rocking Oilers shirts, and I'm like, do you guys even care about hockey that much? I'm like, no.
But the greatest hockey player came out of Edmonton, so like
Shout him out.
everyone knows Wayne Gretzky. When you're saying, "Oh, I'm gonna Wayne Gretzky," you guys know you guys are done by Edmonton. You know that, right?
Yeah.
It's not PK Subban.
Huh? No.
How did you start your rap career? Like why did you decide to become an artist? What was it like? Or when did that start?
I started, I say, a year in, when after I moved.
So you're young. You're like
I started young.
13, 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to like You know, I listen to like Kanan or Lupe Fiasco and
Kanon's a deep cut.
yeah, Akon. You know, so I'm looking at these people and I'm like, yo, like I was able to see myself in a place that was like I kind of felt not like I didn't belong.
Yeah.
So when I was able to like kind of I tune in and I listen to them and I'm like, okay, like I see myself in these people. They represent who I am as a person or so close enough. Yeah, so I just started listening to beats and this started and it was cool. Music was, you know, like, you know, 50 Cent was hot at the time and I wanted to be cool, right?
Yeah.
So I started like writing poetry, writing raps, and eventually it just kind of took over.
What was that start like? So at one point, you know, when you said you were listening to beats,
Yeah.
was that just kind of stuff you found online? When did it get to a point where you started like either making beats or connecting with producers?
Yeah.
When did it start becoming real, like collaborations?
I think in the end of like my junior high years,
Mm-hmm.
that's, I don't know, for you guys, it's like grade 8, grade 9. That's when I was like, okay, like,
Like middle school or early high school.
yeah,
Yeah.
And I used to just rap over like, back in the day, you just rap over like
Whatever
other
you
rappers'
found, yeah.
beats and stuff.
Yeah.
There wasn't like
Some-
these online platforms.
Some rappers still do that to this day.
This
I don't want
guy's
to name
so
names,
funny.
Like the civil.
But you did it like it was cool to do that, like, you know, you freestyle or
Yeah.
you know. But yeah. So there was actually funny story. There was a skate park close to like between my junior high and home. And a lot of white kids, Canadian kids, would go there and like skateboard and this, and they had some video games. It was just drop-in center for the youth.
Okay.
So it was me, my brothers, and a couple like other black kids, and we're like, yo, like we like skateboarding, but like, is there something else we could do? And funny enough, the guys that were like the program coordinators and stuff were like Christian rappers. Cause it was like it was owned by the Hope Mission.
Okay.
It was owned by Hope Mission.
Mm.
So they're like Christian rappers and stuff. So they're like, oh, like what do you guys like? You guys want to like rap or whatever, make beats, stuff like that. So they kind of set up a space similar to this, and we'd go in every Saturday and we'd make some raps. They teach us how to rap.
Just rap in the name of the Lord.
Yeah, exactly. You know, alhamdulillah.
When you started your journey like as a rapper, did you kind of lean in more to, I guess, like your Edmonton roots, or did you find yourself leaning more into your Sudanese roots?
Edmonton.
Edmonton?
And yeah, because I was in Egypt,
Mhm.
so I left Sudan probably when I was like 5, 6 years old,
Mm.
right?
So really? Oh, really?
So when I opened my eyes, I was
Yeah.
already in Egypt.
Okay.
So Sudan always kind of felt like distant.
Where in Egypt?
Cairo.
Bahrain?
Yeah, so basically when I opened my eyes, I was already in Egypt. So I kind of felt disconnected from Sudan a little bit. And then obviously being in Edmonton, it doesn't
It doesn't
help
help.
my Sudani identity.
No, it doesn't.
So you just start to embrace your surroundings, your environment, and where you're from.
Did you find yourself like being like more so around a specific like, demographic of people? Because like I know here in Toronto we have like a big like Jamaican, Somali, Filipino crowd.
Yeah,
So
it was a melting pot.
melting pot.
Everybody, yeah, from Somalis, like you said,
Yeah.
Somalis, West Africans, Jamaicans, like people from the Caribbean. It's similar. It's just like mini Toronto. Really, really.
You spoke on a really interesting point of like feeling disconnected from your Sudani identity.
Yep.
And how that kind of showed up in your art. But now, obviously, mashallah, like you're, you know, with your stuff that you did with Nile Nights, with your, even with your tour coming in, your Sudanese identity is very entrenched in like your identity as an artist.
Correct.
How was that transition? How did we go from, you know, not really knowing Sudan, not remembering it, to being very proudly Sudanese and very visibly Sudanese in your music? Kind of explain a little bit about that journey, because I know a lot of us out there in the diaspora, a lot of Sudanese kids coming up, they might feel disconnected from Sudan. They might feel like they don't have a claim to Sudan because they never lived there. They didn't grow up in Sudan. So I think it'd be just really interesting to hear of someone who started out that way, how that kind of return back home happened for you.
Yeah, being able to see like people from other communities. For example, the Somali community. I saw a community that was so close,
They're trailblazers. Like in the West, they're actually trailblazers.
No, honestly,
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
and they stick together for the most part. So I was able to see that and how like, and I felt like an outsider. No matter how close and how much they embraced me, I felt like an outsider still. And then you go to like East African Habesha community, and I'm like still felt like an outsider. So I was like, okay, like when I was having like an identity crisis, who am I? And I think it just came to me. Eventually, I was like, you know what? Let me really like dig in. Let me find out where I'm really from.
How old were you when that was happening?
Around high school times.
High school time? Okay, so still early. Yeah.
Yeah, around high school times.
Yeah.
Started digging in, researching Sudan. I'd be on Wikipedia and reading all the things. And I even named my first label, the 25th Dynasty. How the Egyptian dynasties used to to go back in the day, or like rulers and stuff. It was every century was a dynasty, or every ruler, son, father, or something like that was a dynasty. So the 25th dynasty was actually the dynasty that Nubia ruled all of the entirety of Egypt. And I was like, okay, let me bring this back to life. This is who we are, you know? But I think my advice to people that are struggling with their identity as Sudanese is, just embrace it, dig deep into it. Like, come close to your community. Don't be scared to, like...
Come to Injaz.
No, straight up.
Right.
Straight up.
Sometimes there are kids who are like, you go to high school with the only other Sudanese kid you know, and your families know each other, so then you never talk to that kid. I'm like, talk to him, I think one thing I kind of want to give a lot of the kids out in the diaspora is, so you might not have the ability to go live in Sudan and live in Khartoum and create memories, mashallah, but you can learn about it. You can learn about the people around you. You can make friends. You can be that one kid who is going to listen to the Amuz and Khatus and hear their stories and learn about Sudan through that, right?
I'm curious, so you decided to become a rapper. Like, you went home, well,
it didn't come like that. It was something where it kind of gradually, slowly built itself over time. Shout outs to my mom. She's always been, like, supportive. The area where I was kind of brought up in was really rough. So there was a lot of, like, trouble and, like, killings and, so the fact that music kind of kept me away from that kind of stuff, we'd be at, like, the skate park instead of just being roaming the streets and doing stupid stuff. I think that is what kind of just let us do our thing. No, straight up. And that's what it was. And that's what it was. That's what it was. And that's what it was. Like, she always pushed education.
Shout out Julio. Shout out mom.
Like, you can't play. Yeah. No, straight up. So that had to deal with leaders, like, stuff like that. No, seriously, and I'm like, like, I'm an award-winning artist. I can make it, like, I feel like some of, like, even me, I'm kind of numb to, like, some accomplishments and, like, stuff that I get.
Humble man, mashallah.
Yeah, no, I get that, really, you know what I mean? But my mom, I think she's almost even more numb. It's weird, I'm like, yo, man, I just got a commercial on Apple, or like, yo, they just played my song on a TV show. This I was like, ay, look, mashallah. I'm like, yo, this is a big deal. Like, this is not small. This is a huge deal.
So when you started your like, writing and everything, how do you find your process then as opposed to how it is now?
Like, just creating a song.
Creating music, like, you find, like, like, the aspect of it, do you find, like, how do you draw inspiration then versus how you draw inspiration now?
Yeah, I think because in, like, the beginning stages of me trying, I was really trying hard. I was really trying to, like, sound cool or do something that was standard to the times of what the music was at the time, right? Because you want your friends and the people around you to be like, oh, yo, this is sick. So I was like, but now, as I've gotten older and just more kind of comfortable with who I am as a person, I don't mind just being myself. What feels right. This is who I am, I'll mess around. I'll drop every word. I'll talk about Sudan. I'll talk about my struggles rather than just like, I'm cool,
That's like more so now, right?
That's more so now.
Yeah.
Where back in the day it was the opposite of that. You're trying to show off. You want to, like, really, like, stand out. I'm the best rapper. I'm the best artist. No, I don't really care about that title or all this.
What would you say was, like, your most, like, favorite song to make? In terms of, like, the writing process, maybe not the most successful, but, like, what was the one song that you really enjoyed, like, the process of making?
Just the song?
Just the song. Or album, if you want to go.
I was gonna say, like, my recent, like, album I released, In Search of Gold. In Search of Gold was probably one of my favorite.
On Apple Music, Spotify,
wherever you get your jams.
We'll copy. You can buy the physical. I got you. But yeah, I think so. We actually did that album in Winnipeg. It was me, my brother Moto, and duo producers called names Deadman. It was 2 months, but yeah, we got in the studio. For like 2-3 weeks, we'd get in the studio every day. Saturdays, like early 9 a.m. Like whenever until we're done. So, and we cooked up every single song from scratch. That was the cool part. Like, we'd sit there, no idea. We're like, okay, we're gonna make a song today. Cool.
Yeah, it's like a writer.
Just mess around. Yeah, just start messing around. Yeah, we'll have a discussion about something and then start cooking on it.
Do you find yourself, like, now? It seems there's, like, a lot more, like, Sudanese artists. Whether it be rappers, singers, whatever they may be.
Yeah.
Do you find yourselves, like, interacting with them more, or, like, collabing more, like, drawing inspirations from them as well?
Yes and no. You know what's crazy? A lot of the, like, in my earlier career as an artist, especially, like, when I became, like, Mouraine, and I'm like
Yeah.
actually starting to like kind of make a name. I kind of stayed away from being Sudanese.
Yeah.
And that was for like there was no infrastructure in Sudan. There was no it
Yeah.
didn't make sense for me to be a Sudani rapper.
Yeah.
You know, so I kind of taken the title of like, oh, Canadian artist from Edmonton, and that's what most people would know before. We're now leaning towards the Sudani.
Being a Canadian rapper itself, like people gotta remember that the Drake phenomenon, it's only been like 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So like even being a Canadian rapper was its own novelty.
Yeah.
Let alone being a Sudanese Canadian rapper.
Exactly. But I'm open to like collaborating, and like my producer has to AK he lives in the Middle East, he's Sudani. He makes majority of my beats and stuff like that. Where before only like
Yeah.
work with people that are within my musical community in the geographical location I was in.
So when you first did that transition, right? I'm working with a producer who's not in the country anymore.
Yeah.
What was that journey like? Because that feels like an evolution, you know? It feels like
I honestly, I don't know. I didn't think about it too much. I did. I got the beat. You know, I don't know.
Guys, when you made a decision at 16 years old, what did you think of that?
It wasn't that
thoughtful
deep.
and intentional.
Intentional.
Everything was calculated.
It wasn't like that. It was just more natural. Of like, I used to like. I think it was. I met AK through like. I don't know if you guys know Rami Dawood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I met him through.
Shout out to Rami Dawood.
Shout out to Rami Dawood.
Creator back in the day.
Exactly.
I mean, still.
Faisal Goes West and all of that.
Yeah, but I said back in the day, but I gotta put some respect on it. I think Rami was one of the first like creators, Sudani creators that I saw
100%.
online.
100%.
Who was doing like high
Pioneer.
quality things, like
100%.
you know, even producing a movie. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, hey, this is
Like
a
what?
young man who's
2010.
Yeah, and I was like, this man's like, yo, we only must be a few years removed, and this man like made a movie, right? Even the music that he was doing, mashallah, was like really high quality. So I think Rami did a lot in the culture and of just allowing us to imagine what good quality stuff could be.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, shout out
So
to
shout outs to Rami. Shout outs to a lot of people during that, a lot of contemporaries during that era, mashallah.
Yeah.
What would you say is like your big break? When did you realize, oh, okay, this is a bit bigger.
This is real.
This is real. This is not just my homeboys. This is not just my family. What was that moment that you realized, oh, okay, this.
You know
this
what's
is
crazy?
a bit bigger than me now.
I've always had that mentality going into it, like from my kid. So I'll go back. And after the skate park, I had me and my brothers came up with a group back in the day. We were called the Overachievers. It was me and two of my brothers. They were younger than me. We started doing shows. And shout outs to Arlo Maverick and Politic Live and people that were in the music community in Edmonton that kind of embraced us and kind of mentored us and took us under their wing. When I was in grade 10 or 11, we opened for J. Cole.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So at that point, I'm already in high school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're in high school and open up for J. Cole.
Yeah,
Yeah, going back to school
Yeah.
that Monday,
Then
your
I-
chest
yeah,
must
it was
have
just-
been
yeah.
high.
And then it was
Mashallah,
And then the same year we opened up for Mac Miller. At that point, like I've always like I'm like, okay, this is real. So I've been in it for a very long time and it's
No, people like I think that's the thing too. Like a lot of people are kind of getting to know your name now, but
Yeah.
I remember you like this is before the pandemic. I think you were doing a show here in Toronto. It was in collaboration with Stretch. It was another like
Stretch.
Yeah, a big artist in Scarborough, and you guys were doing this like hole in the wall show. And mashallah, you guys were still giving.
Music hall.
No,
That's
this
what it
was
right?
was it? No, this
Yeah.
was like a small room, like a small. There was like 7 people in this room. Aside from your friends and Stretch's friends, I was coming in with like
It was like in a basement kind of, right?
in a basement.
Yes.
Yeah, this room couldn't have had more than 20 people. But you guys were giving all the energy in the world, mashallah.
Shout
I
out to you
remember
for coming through, bro. I'm like,
You're a long time follower.
Come on, dog.
Yeah,
Come
what
on.
do you mean?
Come on.
But one thing I significantly remembered about that point is that was the show where I found out you're Sudani. And I was like,
Oh,
shit.
at the show?
Yeah, because we talked afterwards and you're like, oh yeah, where you from? And I was like, oh, from Sudan. You're like, oh, from Sudan too. And I was like, damn, you know? You were one of the first Sudani acts that I knew. And this is back in 2018, 2019, before the pandemic.
2019.
Probably 2019, right?
Yeah.
So, and to go from there to now, mashallah, there's like, as you said, the infrastructure, right?
Yeah.
Sudani hip hop is kind of making a name for itself.
100%.
And it's really beautiful kind of seeing this stuff coming out of the Middle East, stuff coming out of Sudan, coming out
Not just hip hop, I would say like art in general. Like
Art.
music in
Art.
general.
Yeah. Right now, even Sulafi Ilyas did this collab with Mouraine. Like there's this Libyan band that I love. But just seeing African music like Sudanese people also engaging within African music.
Yes.
I think a lot of time I saw Sudanese art kind of gearing towards the Middle East, right? Moving towards that. But then seeing Sudanese artists embrace the rest of Africa and collaborating with the rest of Africa, it's this really beautiful movement happening within the Sudanese music space. But I just want to give you your credit because like I think a lot of people see you and they're like, oh, Mouraine's been this for a couple of years. No, Mouraine's, you're coming in on 10 years about this. Like you're doing this since high school, so even further.
Even further than that.
The mustache says it all.
I'm
You're
really embracing my Sudanese.
mustache.
Yeah.
Listen, you don't just get to pop in one
whisker at a time.
No, 100%.
Were there any moments? I know it's kind of hard given that you open up for Mac Miller, open up for J. Cole, but were there any moments you find yourself like doubting yourselves?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
What would you, like? What are some things that you did or something like that helped you overcome that?
Just like I
Just
just
right.
kind of I just pushed through. I'm like, yo, like I do this. This is I think I find joy. I find joy in the art and making the art itself.
Yeah.
And it's not about necessarily just the outcome or what ends up happening from me releasing a song. So I release a song. If it does good, it does good. If it doesn't do good, it might, that's when that self-doubt comes in at that time. But then I find myself going back to the process and progress and making some music again and falling in love with it all over again because I like to do it. It's like a person who is a soccer player. This person who's a soccer player will never put down a soccer ball. They're always gonna. You see the Amos playing and till this day. So it's just one of those things where if you like the art, you love the craft, you're just gonna keep doing it. And even if you self-doubt yourself, that's fine. It's not gonna stop me from doing the craft.
The belief in yourself is what keeps you pushing.
100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a few questions here about your music.
That's a way to summarize it. Yeah, that was good.
In the song "Sick of Your Love," does she still love you or hate you?
Lord.
What has she said most recent to you?
Ooh. Does she love me or does she hate me? Who is she? I don't even know.
I mean, that's what you
PR trained.
Yeah. Who is she? What are you talking about? What's the second question?
My second question is, what has she said most recent to you? The song was released 2023.
Love and it's the same. Yeah.
So it's been a while. I guess I
Been a
think
while.
the people want an update. That's,
Yeah. No.
There's no update.
She hasn't said anything.
The next people will love our Shabbat. So like,
She hasn't said anything.
In your song Mojo, you said same ones that doubted me, same ones that doubted me, they've come to believe me, treading lightly when they speak.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Who are they?
Who are they?
All the doubters, the naysayers, the people that.
Talk too much.
Yeah,
long talk.
Yeah, when you're doing something that's outside the box
Mm-hmm.
and something that's not. I feel like, again, like you said, I was doing it very early on where it's like, I felt like, okay, I'm pioneering. I'm trying things for the first time, right? And a lot of people are like, man, come on, man, you're a rapper from Edmonton. Like, till this day, I'm getting DMs from people I used to go to high school with that were hating, like, were really hating, like, yo. And now they're like, oh, man, wow, you stuck to it, you're doing it. So this goes out to all of them, you know what I mean?
You want to shout out your high school or you don't want to?
Shout outs to the high school. Shout outs to Eastern High School all day. You know what I mean?
Another part of that song, he says, "Been on my grind so long, I forgot snoozing."
Yeah.
Are you encouraging to youth to not sleep their healthy amount of hours?
Nah, get your sleep. Get your sleep. Once you reach a certain age.
Once you get the mustache, you don't need to sleep.
Yeah. Get your sleep and get your sleep. Yeah. Get that.
And your most popular song on Apple Music, Big Dog, right? This might be the most controversial one, guys.
A little.
He said, came a long way from some Africans, still trying to cash some checks from UNICEF. Are you spying for corruption?
Ooh. Who came up with these questions? You guys are good. Am I still spying for
Corruption.
corruption? No, I'm not with corruption. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, I came a long way for some Africans, but that doesn't mean I'm still not trying to cash a check from UNICEF.
All the young soldiers salute you.
If you're looking for ambassadors, basically, you can still holler at me. It doesn't have to be in a corrupt way. Yeah.
PR trade.
Which means all you aspiring artists, do that first. A lot of people sleep on media training.
What are you talking about? It's natural vibes right here, right?
Exactly.
There you go. You opened up for J. Cole. You have quite a few singles out. Your albums out.
Yep.
First album, right? If I'm not mistaken.
It was the first debut album.
First debut
I've had
album,
EPs, mixtapes. Yeah.
First official album. What's next?
what's next is just more music, more music. Always trying to scale it, get it to reach as many people as possible, and you can inspire as many people as possible. I want to tap into Sudan a lot more now. I think even music kind of split into like sub genres and subcultures, and
Yeah.
so I want to be able to tap into my roots and kind of see if I can produce something that is also.
I think it's really interesting because your stuff with right now, you know, you did a couple shows with the Nile Nights Collective and they
Correct.
did stuff with Thing.
Yeah.
I was wondering with you having gone through crowds that are predominantly white or different crowds, how is it for you like now coming into rooms that are fully Sudani? What's that been like?
You know what's crazy? Here, I'll say this. This is in jazz exclusive, you know. But yeah.
Exclusive, yes.
You know, as a Sudani person, I'm always looking for that Sudani. Like I always want to do it big, and I want to do it big for my people.
Yeah.
So being in front of a room full of Sudanese always means a lot more.
Yeah.
It like, you know, it checks all the validation boxes. It makes me feel good because I'm like, yo, this is who I do it for. I always wanted to like stand in front of my people and do what I do.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel the same. It doesn't hit the same when I'm like, I can be in front of like 20,000 non-Sudanese. It just doesn't hit the same as being in a room. Because when your people support you, it feels like family. It feels like it feels like your mom or your dad or your brothers and siblings supporting you. So that's how I feel about performing in front of Sudanese.
And you have like a pretty big like movement and initiative going on in Edmonton right now. Like, do you want to highlight that? You want to speak about that a little bit?
Initiative with the.
But you told me you have like 100 youths like on.
Oh, that's off the ring. Yeah. No, I think in like just in Alberta, I think the youth are just not as connected, and it's just something I've just been trying to connect everybody and play that Amu role.
Yeah.
Got the mustache and everything.
Yeah. I believe in giving back.
Yeah.
I believe in giving back, and just, you know, I'm here because certain people took that risk and brought us together, and I think it's we're reaching that age where we have to kind of give back, and we have to be now the leaders or whatever you want to call it, the young Ammus, you know.
I remember 2 years ago, a Sudanese student union at a university was unheard of.
Yeah.
Now they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere. Mashallah, mashallah.
That's crazy.
Mashallah,
Yeah.
mashallah.
A student union of just Sudanese.
I listen.
Wow.
Back in my day, not to age myself.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was hard to come by, you know, trying to find like multiple Sudanese people like in one university.
Yeah.
Even if they were there, it was just hard to kind of
Disconnect.
They weren't hanging out with each
Find-
other.
They weren't
either.
hanging out.
find just like hard to find them together and just like form something and do something. And you know, mashallah, the generation,
Mashallah.
this generation, oof.
Yeah, that's
Eideen, mashallah, mashallah.
so we have to support them.
100%. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Here at Injaz, we support our youth.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
Holla,
Yeah.
I'm always there, you know.
No.
If someone that needs like to figure it out, music stuff, the media world, the entertainment world, holla at me. My DMs are open any day.
Oh, that brings us to where can they find you?
Everywhere. Everywhere. Find me here
100%. Right here.
in Jazz headquarters.
In Scarborough, Toronto.
Yeah. Mouraine everywhere. Mouraine or Mouraine.com, and then you can find me everywhere.
Me and Hassan, we're not artists, right?
No.
But we heard about the flow state. It's like concept. Can you explain it to us? And like, how does it feel when you're there, when you're in that flow
In
state?
that flow state, the flow state. Yeah, you guys get. I think the flow state is not just an artistic feelings, but for me, flow state. My flow state is when I'm. It feels like they said like fire. That energy is just like you can't make it up. You can't make it up. It's just natural. You're writing. You're just feeling super inspired, and that's when I feel like I'm the most creative. Come out with like bars and melodies and certain things that are just I don't know. If I tried, when you try, you can't do it. It feels like you're trying. Like for example, when I wrote Mojo, for example, right?
Yeah.
I'm listening to the
You're
beat.
floating on Mojo. Like,
Oh, thank you.
You're literally
It's
floating.
flow state, right?
Yeah. I see. I can.
But it's one of these things where I'm like, Mojo, I think I wrote the whole song in probably an hour. Just because, you know, and then I have songs where I'm not in the flow. I have a concept in my head and I'm like, I want to do this concept. It's going to take me days, months, years to complete that concept.
Yeah.
But when I'm in flow state, it's like Mojo will come up. It'll just be like, boom. You know what I'm saying?
He got his mojo back. He still has his mojo back.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
He got his mojo, fam. Mojo. Don't even hate him. That's crazy. yeah, so I guess take a little break here, and we'll come back with some trivia or some truth. What is it?
Two truth, one lie.
Two truth, one lie.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. And we are back. We have Mouraine here. He's gonna tell us two. Oh, that's a nice smile, mashallah. Two truths and one lie, and me and Hussam are gonna try and guess the lie.
You ready? I performed in France. I performed in Germany, and I performed in England.
Germany, France, England. Should we make this spicy? Should we have a spicy answer to this, or should we just?
Like,
Curious,
questions to
like,
figure out the truth.
I feel like you performed in England. I just naturally makes sense,
I
right?
don't know, because I feel like that could be the okey doke, right? Because you think England's a given.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that you didn't perform in Germany.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say France.
She's England. Nah, it's Germany. I'm sticking to Germany. I'm sticking to Germany.
I was thinking
I'm
France.
locking in Germany. I'm locking in Germany.
I was thinking France.
Locking in Germany.
Wait, but with that mustache, though, they would love you.
Hey, whoa.
I don't think crazy about it. I don't think anything crazy about it. Relax.
I know it's a
No, but I think like
It's a good one.
I feel like French people they love a pencil mustache. It's very cultural. I feel like that's what you went to France.
To get that inspiration.
I feel like you went to France with a full beard, and then you were like, "Yo."
I went to a barber.
and then
He's
you went to a
like,
barber,
"No,
and the
right?"
barber's like, "I don't like this beard." Because they be Islamophobic out there, right? So now you have to like the pencil mustache, and then you were like, you know what, this works. So I think you actually did go to France. I'm gonna say England. I'm gonna say England's not. I think you're the okie doke. I think England is where you didn't perform. I think you performed in Germany.
Germany. I'm sticking to Germany. That was a long-winded explanation,
Okay.
but
Are you guys locking him in?
I'm
Locking
locking
in
in
Germany.
Germany.
I can answer it?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You guys are both wrong. He was right the first time.
It was France?
France. So
Damn.
Yes, I did good with this one.
Damn. I was gonna say
You had it. Don't doubt yourself, man. Oh my God, you had it.
the reason why
You
they
had
said
it.
France. That was the first thing you mentioned, France. So I thought you'd be like, you think of France first.
Because
Yeah,
the lie.
I don't like this.
I guess yeah.
Because it's truth. You don't like the game? You had it though. You had it though until you came up with the whole mustache
Came up-
theory.
Wow.
All right, cool. Yo, listen, I need my leg back. All right, what's another one? You're gonna run me into.
Okay. Alright. Okay, cool.
Two truths, one lie.
I love to cook.
Again, the mustache. Like I feel.
Hold on.
Let him cook.
Let him cook. I love to cook.
Yeah.
I played football
American football. Okay.
and I'm a good swimmer.
It's not just about what he's saying. It's about how he's saying it too.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
see the vision.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's a good swimmer.
I think that would be the opposite because people would assume that he's not a good swimmer.
Yeah.
That came with money. Come on.
Literally. American football in Edmonton. Play a lot of football out there.
They really do good. They be holding on to
What is
CFL.
what is the team out there?
That's
The
the most.
CFL team?
Helps.
Oh yeah, Alex. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, I dated myself. Problematic.
I think the football one is true.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think the football one is true.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when you mean play football, do you mean like recreational, or like or like school, or?
No,
Like,
sorry.
what's
I
the-
meant have I actually played it? Like actually.
Oh,
played it.
like
Yeah, not for fun. We all play football.
okay, then
for
that
fun.
one. Yeah, that one. I'll say that one.
Go on the team.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with swimming.
I don't know, he's down. Bro, it looks like a swimmer.
I know, but he took a long time to think about it.
He did that last time too.
I know. I'm confused. I don't know what's real anymore. My whole conceptualization of reality is like absolutely destroyed.
I think I'm locking in football.
Football.
I'm locking in
I'm
football.
doing swimming.
He's right.
Yeah.
I'm not a good swimmer. I'm not a good swimmer.
yeah.
I did play football and I love to cook, so therefore he's
So there you go.
I'm an alright swimmer. I'm not a good swimmer.
Honestly, if I hadn't gotten a point, we would have been here till tomorrow. So I'm really glad we did this.
Yeah.
So I can let you leave now.
Oh.
Appreciate that. Mouraine, you get any final words for our lovely audience in the crowd?
Any inspirational words for the youth?
For the youth.
Any inspirational words for you?
Think
Hey,
it's
yo, young youth, do you just be a good human being in the end of the day? Look to inspire and look to create something. Always outdo yourself and look. I don't know. You guys messed my brain up with the truth and dares but yeah, no, just be yourself. Continue to be inspired. There's not one way to success. There's no such thing as a right way to success. Just be a good human being. Leave the world a better place than when you came in it. You're good.
That's real, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Round of applause.
And with that, I've been Hussam.
It's Ahmed.
Mouraine.
Yeah, there you go.
This has been Injaz Talks. See you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace.